Good morning, students. Today we are going to start very first chapter of science, that is matter in our surroundings. This is the chapter of chemistry. Before going to start this chapter, we first understand what is chemistry. So, chemistry is the branch of science which deals with the study of composition, structure, and the properties of matter and the changes which the matter undergoes under different conditions and the laws which govern these changes. Now, let us start. The very first topic of this chapter is matter. Everything in the universe is made up of material particles, which is called matter. The air we breathe, the food we eat, the clothes we wear, the house we live, even a drop of water is also made up of matter. Thus, matter is defined as anything that occupies a space, possesses mass, and the presence of which can be felt by our senses. For example, air, water, chair, table, these all are matter. Note, heat, light, magnetism, etc. are not considered as matter because they are massless and do not occupy space. Hope you understand what exactly matter is. Now the next topic is classification of matter. Early Indian philosophers classified in the form of five basic elements as earth, air, fire, sky and water called Panch Tattva. On the basis of physical state of matter is classified into three types, that is solid, liquid and gases. On the basis of chemical composition, matter is classified as pure substances and mixture. Pure substances may be element or compounds. Mixture may be homogeneous mixture or heterogeneous mixture. Let us understand the physical nature of matter, or you can say that characteristics of the particles of matter. Number one, matter is made up of particles. Number two, the particles of matter are very tiny. Number three, the particles of matter have space between them. Number four, the particles of matter are continuously moving. Number five, the particles of matter attracts each other. Now, the very first property of the physical nature of matter is made up of particles. This can be explained with the help of an activity that matter is made up of particles. Activity is take some water in a beaker and note its level. Dissolve some salt or sugar in it with the help of a glass rod. The salt dissolves in the water but the level of water does not change. This is because the particles of salt get into the space between the particles of water. This shows that matter is made up of particles. Now the second property of the particles of matter is the particles of matter are very tiny. This can be explained with the help of an activity. Activity is dissolve 2-3 crystal of potassium permanganate in 100 ml of water in a beaker. Take 10 ml of this solution and dissolve in 100 ml of water. Take 10 ml of this solution and dissolve in 100 ml of water. Repeat this process 5-6 times. This shows that a few crystals of potassium permanganate can color a large volume of water because there are millions of tiny particles in each crystal. Now the third characteristics of the particles of matter are the particles of matter have space between them. This can be explained also with the help of an activity. This activity shows that the particles of matter have space between them. Take some water in a beaker and note its level. Dissolve some salt or sugar in it with the help of a glass rod. The salt dissolves in water, but the level of water does not change. Why the level of water does not change? This is because the particles of salt get into the space between the particle of water. Next characteristics of the particle of matter is particle of matter are continuously moving. This can be explained with the help of an activity. Take some water in a beaker and put a drop of blue or red ink slowly along the sides of the beaker. Leave it distributed for a few hours. The ink spreads evenly throughout the water due to movement of particles in the water and the ink. The intermixing of two or more different types of matter on their own is called diffusion. So this activity explains that the particles of matter are continuously moving. Next characteristics is particles of matter attracts each other. Activity. Take an iron nail, a piece of chalk and a rubber band. Try breaking them by hammering, cutting or stretching. It is more easier to break the chalk, less easier to break the rubber band and difficult to break the iron nail. Why? This is because the particles of the iron nail are held together with great force than in rubber band or chalk. Next topics of this chapter will discuss in next part. Thank you.